Final boarding call, American Airlines Flight 3306, service to Miami, all tickets, and from customer, please report the gate.
Hey, we've come to Nashville. Yeah, but we dropped. We did, and there's no reason.
the heat. You enter the room, your presence so strong, the nerves I feel. As I press play, the volume's too low. Everything that we hear felt from your ears. Please say something good. Dear legends, you've been brave. This soul need to be saved. My God, I'm gonna ride it. This passionate love to create. Why put your words on it? My God, it's all I got. Share a song, a poem, a painting. A scary thing, well, look from other eyes, and when judgment falls, just start to sing along. Why you trying to be so good? Stop trying to press the word. My God, feel just like a child. We wrote a song for you to hear. You enter the room, your presence so strong, the nerves I feel. As I press play, the volume's too low. Everything that we hear fell from your ears. Please say something good.
Ladies and gentlemen aboard, the Trump Force 1 flight here. Thank you very much for being very patient. We'll be getting on very shortly. We're just getting some paperwork all set up here. Should be a pretty nice and easy flight. I'm your captain speaking. Welcome aboard.
Southwest. Any open seat may be yours. We are going out completely full today. If a bin is closed, that just means it's full. As you make your way down the aircraft, we'll hit your larger roller bag in the overhead bin, smaller one underneath the seat in front of you. We are going out completely full today. Looks like just about only middle seats, so if you want to look to your left, look to your right, take that first seat you come across. Once again, if the bin is closed, it is full. We are going out completely full today. So look to your left, look to your right, take that first available seat you come to. Thank you so much and welcome aboard. to your left, look to your right, take that first available seat. We no longer have any seats together. Just take that first available seat you come across. It's probably going to be a middle seat. We are headed to Chicago Midway. Going out completely full today. Your larger bag goes in overhead bin, smaller one underneath the seat in front of you. Once again, we are going out completely full today. Look to your left, look to your right, take that first available seat you come across. If a bin is closed, it means it's full. Thank you so much and welcome aboard. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome our Rapid Rewards members and all our customers aboard Southwest Airlines 547 with service to Chicago Midway Airport. Today, more than ever, we'd like to say thank you for choosing to fly with us. The flight attendants serving you today are Trina and Ms. Gayla in the back. Eric in the middle, my name is Kay. I'll be serving you up front. Shortly after takeoff, we will be serving complimentary soft drinks, juice, and coffee. Beer, wine, and liquor is also available for purchase or with a valid drink coupon. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi does not work on this aircraft. You can get movies and everything like that, just the Wi-Fi does not work. Small portable electronic devices, including cell phones, tablets, e-readers, electronic games, and MP3 players, must be in airplane mode. Once the port entry door has been closed, this cellular function must be turned off. If you're seated in an emergency exit seat, please review the exit seat requirements on the safety information card in the seatback pocket nearest you. If you do not meet all the selection criteria on the car, are unable to perform those functions, or believe performing those functions may cause you harm, please let Ms. Erica know right now so we can go ahead and reseat you. So that we may push back from the gate, please make sure those seatbelts are securely fastened, seatback and tray tables in the full upright and locked position. All carry-on items are completely out of the seat in front of you. Or the overhead bin, leaving the area around your feet clear. Laptop computers and other stimulus-sized electronic devices must be sold at this time as well. If you'd like to use those after we take off, please throw those underneath the seat in front of you. Thank you. Welcome aboard Southwest Airlines.
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
How you doing, everybody? This is your captain speaking, the American Anchor, baby, and we're getting out of here on this fine Friday. It's a pleasure to have you all with us today on this Trump Force One flight out of Memphis International on our way to Washington, D.C. Should be a nice flight. Bunch of weather ahead. A lot of cloud cover, but plenty of topics, calls, and things to do here. In-flight entertainment and more. Thanks for joining us today. Kick back and relax. You're flying extreme. Absolutely incredible, folks. How's your Friday going? We're flying Trump Force One. You can hear the beautiful sound of the Rolls-Royce engines roaring. The wind in the sky. Flying just above cloud cover. We broke a while ago, probably during that solo. Probably during that sax solo, we broke the cloud cover. And now it's clear. Should be clear all the way up to 47,000 feet. Of course, a very special flight level clearance on Trump Force One. Flight level 470. Very, very important. A little high. Basically, nobody flies up here. Except Trump Force One. Who else is on top? Let's go. But I appreciate everybody being here. I am your captain speaking. The American Anchor, baby. Let me say hello. How you doing, everybody? Welcome. Let me get the exposure right on this thing. Bam, bam. Welcome, everybody. How's your Friday going so far? On Trump Force One today out of Memphis International on our way to Washington, D.C. Should be a pretty clean flight. Cruising altitude soon. You know, once we get up there, we'll open up the phone lines. Let me know if you're hearing a big clicking. A buzzing of sorts. Huh. Test, test, test. Buzzing. Buzz, buzz. This new mixer might just be what I need. It's not set up yet, but hopefully I'm still loud and clear. Mic check, mic check. We're getting on up there to our cruising altitude, like I said. And it should be a pretty clean flight all the way to D.C. Once we land, we might have to get into some other fun, some other mess. But, yeah, everybody's rolling in. You're kicking it back now. Getting your Friday on. Welcome to the stream, those joining now. We got Canada in the house. How you doing? Hey, what's up, David? What's up, Zeddy? And everybody else. We got air marshals on board. Thank you very much, Carver. Thank you very much, Hake. Air marshals on board. Be on your best behavior, Terry Z. Thank you. What's up, He Black? Alias name? What's up? What's up? Welcome. We got a couple things to get into. We got some in-flight entertainment, plenty of it. But I want to let you know about the call-in number. I'm getting everything started over on my end. But save this number, 844-900-2229. 844-900-2229. And you can call the Anchor, baby. Okay, get on hold and all that. I'll see you here in the description of the chat of right now of this video. There's a link. Oh, man, what happened here? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm saying there's a link in the description, okay? That's callinstudio.com/show/anchor, baby. You could put that into any web browser. Most web browsers will work and you can call me. And besides that, of course, you can always be part of the Discord. And you could jump in there and talk to me. Links in the description and all that. I'm the American Anchor Baby, live on rumble.com/American Anchor Baby, dlive.tv/Gorgonzola. And, of course, punchy.tv. How you doing, everybody? What's up, KT? Golden Rule Santino. Flat Earth Victory, the new guy. Welcome to Trump Force One. It's Trump Force One for a while now, huh? Very cool. Yeah, some of you coming from the Fallen State episode or some hours ago. What'd you guys think? That's very quick. We're all quite quick to judge. But that was good. Fallen State. Very nice. We got Canada in the house. What's up, Canada? I was talking about Canada the other day. Y'all know. He's an Anchor Baby from Canada. And we love Canada, right? What's this? Is this a chemtrail? What are we looking at? Whoa. The moon and chemtrails? This is why we need Trump, see? This RFK, where's RFK? Help us, RFK. Look at those chemtrails. We don't have chemtrails on. We're on Trump Force One. Look. Do you see chemtrails? No, I don't. I wonder why, actually. But anyways, talking about Canada, oh, the chemtrails just went on. Sorry, guys. Sorry, RFK. Chemtrails just activated. Nothing I can do. Maybe you could super chat. Why are we stuck in a bank? Why are we banking so much? Okay, no, we're meant to be banking. Let's check the computer. I was getting a little nervous. It's like, why are we banking so hard? I do see chemtrails. Don't see a curve though. Hey, we'll get it. Don't ask me how we land. Don't ask me the details and the fundamentals of the maps we use to land with. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. It's flat for my purposes. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, it makes it easier to land. I mean, I have to use Google enough. Condensation is all that is. What's up, Lin Yan Chin? What's up, cuz? Got cuz in the chat. So, Canadians, I was talking about, yo. Shout out to the Canadians. Canada's done, they say. We're done. You know, I was describing a horror scene, a nightmare alternative parallel universe for America should they go the way of Canada with their immigration policies that are not too different from America, yet very different in certain key details. If you remember the other day, targets, declarations that we are a multicultural society. It's had its number on Canada, so they say. Those that are paying attention, it's over. I guess maybe it's my fault. I painted such a bleak picture. I'm not saying it's not over. I'm just saying only people with awareness should be saying that. Or like older people. You know what I mean? It's like their Canada is done, sure. Older people and all that. Their Canada is done. Sensible people know what they're saying, even if you're younger. But, you know, for the younger people, this is your Canada. This is your America. Love it or hate it. You know what I mean? Oh, look, we need to bring the throttle back to the climb. detent. We almost broke apart in the sky. But that's what I'm here for. Talk about this thing. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring my country back, they say. It's over, they're saying. I understand. Modi. You know this name. Thank you, my friend. I look forward to our conversation. Together we will address the pressing issues. Stand with Hindus facing violence in Bangladesh. Something going down. That's something going down. Work to curb extremism, including Khalistani terrorism. Whoa, hold up. America stands with India. You know about Khalistani terrorism a bit. I've got you educated a little. You've been watching a little bit, remember? You got these Sikh people? These sick people. These, you know, Sikhs. Like, from Sri Lanka and stuff. And also India. They're like, but the Sikhs in India, they want their own place in the Punjab region. They're like, yeah, we want our own land. Khalistan. But they're not just fighting about it over there. Find them in large enough numbers around the world. Well, namely in Canada. They're going to duke it out in the streets. They're calling it Khalistani terrorism. Trump bringing attention to it. It's very, very Indian in a lot of areas. You guys know this. I've been telling you. A little parallel universe. I mean, a parallel timeline. Point Fire. What's up? Shout out Canada. Nick, in Canada Delusion, today is Indigenous Remembrance Day, 11th Remembrance Day, 20th Transgender Remembrance Day. Lunatics. What are you even talking about? 11th Remembrance Day. You mean they have 11 different Remembrance Days? I know they have like even Pride season in Canada. Pride season. No, it's not enough for a month. We got to do it all summer. It's Pride summer. It's Pride season, they'll call it. They're doing that in some places here in America, last I saw. So they're duking it out. There's some attention to it. And in the final hour, and this is not Canada, now I'm switching to America for a moment.
You have
64% of American Indians. Did we ever do this one? We never got quite to this one yesterday. 64% American Indians voted for Trump. Don't count him out just yet. Don't count him out just yet. They may have some, that means some semblance of some sense. You know? A little bit of sense from the Indians. You gotta if you're gonna go Trump like that. Now I wonder what the Indian women thing looks like, but anyways, I know too many wild Indian women. Feminists, they are. They're in that there's I think they're overrepresented in the female Monday intro for Jesse Lee Peterson's show. The Indian women, the feminist Indian women. Feminist Indian women. Is Usha Vance a feminist? Usha Vance. I want to hear Trump say Usha Vance. Usha. We love Usha. Usha. Is she a feminist? She's an Indian. No. I'm messing around. But a lot of look, shout out to the Canadians, you know. Like my friend would always tell me, Nick, never a brown girl. Only, and if you really are gonna go down that path, only go whitewashed brown. Whitewashed brown is the best brown. That's my Indian friend. You take it up with him. Feminists. I get this impression too, growing up around so many Indians, that there is like a feminist bend and a strong one over there in India. Maybe it's a response to the men a little. You know, you might not know this about some places in India. Very populous, it could vary wildly. But the men can be quite aggressive. Ask any woman who's traveled alone in India. But is she a feminist? Usha.
Childhood traumas that I could barely fathom.
What?
To end up at Yale Law.
Wait,
who would overcome childhood traumas that I could.
Do that again.
A working class guy who would overcome childhood traumas that I could barely fathom.
What?
To end up at Yale Law School.
Feminist. Any wife going on stage to tell the world of how you overcame childhood trauma. She doesn't know better, right? She's young too, like JD Vance. They're like pretty. JD Vance is 40 basically. They're you know how them millennials. Don't blame them. You know how millennials. You know how it goes. Strange times. I believe in JD. He can rein her in.
A tough Marine who had served in Iraq, but whose idea of a good time was playing with puppies.
What? I was going to let it slide. Usha. My dear, we got to talk. He's a tough... he overcame childhood traumas. And he's a tough Marine, I'm telling you. But also, can I tell you, his favorite thing to do is playing with puppies.
Who had served in Iraq, but whose idea of a good time was playing with puppies.
Usha! Someone take her down right away. JD said nothing. Please, I never want to know the real details. I'm going to just assume in my mind, and I'm going to pretend that JD, that this was a talk and this was a fight. No, that's a fight. No, I'm messing around. Nick, she was talking about her hubby. I know. Usha Vance is talking about JD Vance. I know this. JD needs to get Usher. Oh, no.
And watching the movie Babe.
Oh, it gets worse. No, Babe's good, right? Babe, the movie? Wait, how old is he? Is 40. Come on. Usha, some things. Was there no. Oh, JD, you did the thing, didn't you? You were like, but what should I say? what should I say? Just be yourself, honey. Just tell the truth. No! Women are great at that, but only about other people. Bad, maybe with a little bit of guidance, it could have gone better. Just tell the truth, honey. No, not like that, not like that, not like that.
My background is very different from JD's. I grew up in San Diego with 2 loving parents, both immigrants from India. That JD and I could meet at all, let alone fall in love and marry, is a testament to this great country. It is
America
also a
did it.
testament to JD.
Very nice, Usha. She's a pretty gal. Very nice. Right on, JD. Test. Am I coming in? Apologies if I'm not coming in clear. May have been that my calling system here may be a little buggy. I'm starting it up again. If anyone was trying to call, we are just about, let's check, we're just about at 46,000 feet. We're chugging up there to get to 47,000, flying way above the clouds. Very unusual. FAA saying what, but then they realize it's Trump Force One, so they're like, let's go. But we're resetting the lines, 844-900-2229. So you might be a little bit of a feminist. I mean, they're all feminists. A little bit. Until they overcome. Until they're trying to pay attention to themselves. It's only the ladies here. Okay. 844-900-2229. I think that's working now. But where were we? Where were we? Shout out to based Indians, right? Who went for Trump. Even if the ladies would get nuts. Even if they said why. Or maybe they just didn't say whatever. I sure hope so. We're going to protect you, ladies. What did he say? I'm going to do it whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. Republican women were a little taken aback by these comments. We're talking
Anyways, but now
firebrand conservative Republican women commentators of America supporting the Trump movement were a little taken aback by this one.
And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say. I said, why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said. They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to protect them from migrants coming in. I'm going to protect them from foreign countries that want to hit us with missiles and lots of other things. Remember, for 4 years we had no war other than I defeated ISIS, but I defeated ISIS in... I felt like Brett Favre. I defeated ISIS in 4 weeks instead of 5 years, which they said it was going to take. Because we have a great military, we just didn't have any leadership at the top. I mean, in the office of
will and leadership. What a change! 4 years,
President.
4 months, years. We're talking months, years. You don't even know what that means. Efficiency,
or even close to it. So I said, I'm going to defend and I'm going to protect women. I'm not going to let people go up to the suburbs or go into places where they live, whether it's suburbs or cities or farms. We're going to protect our women. At the border, we're going to protect our women. And also, we're going to protect our men and our children. We're going to protect everybody.
whether you like it or not. He says, whether you like it or not. Yeah, the conservative women were a little upset about that one, if you remember when I was showing you the other day. Like, that's a... Cool it with the bro talk, they said, about this one. It's a little bro-tastic. And it's like, you got women and men both cheering this. Tell me, what's the bro part of it? I'd like to know. It's a little brotastic. Calm down there, Mr. Trump. Calm down. You gotta wonder sometimes, what is the unseen, hard to maybe quantify influence of the women? They say they have no power, right? They have no say. Now they have even less rights overnight. What became legal? What changed? You know what became legal overnight when Trump won? What became legal overnight? I'd like to know. That's got them going nuts. That movie, The Handmaid's Tale, that became legal overnight. That night, the law changed. Handmaid's Tale. State sponsored Handmaid's Tale. That's the letter of the law. I'm wondering a little on that influence. They say they have no power and all that, you know. All these men, the black men, the white men, the Indian men, maybe Indian women. We didn't quite see, but I have my suspicions. The Latino men. You got to wonder what they were up against, in a sense, at home, just individually. No, you can't do this. Something wrong with you. The fights. What about your daughters? Maybe there weren't fights. Maybe many just kept it to themselves. I don't know. Think about how many men give in to that kind of stuff. Think about the vast amount of men in politics leading stuff. Some you can even kind of tell. Some you can kind of even tell a little bit. Trying to think of one. Who was I thinking of? Where the wife is like Tim Walz's wife. She's all into, what was it that she's all into? She's all into like sexual abuse and stuff, right? And Tim Walz speaks the same way. But this is total, maybe this is me sitting here, armchair judgment. But it looks wrong coming out of him. Like he kind of just, he believes it because I have daughters too, kind of thing. I wouldn't even know what they're really going through, but they said it's true, so it's true. And I love my daughter, so that's that's phony, right? I don't even know. It doesn't even matter if it's true what they're going through. My daughter said it. It's true. It's true, and I want their voices heard. You know that thinking is in a lot of fathers, men. You got to wonder, put it all together. Are they really these powerless ladies? Now they're talking about taking away the vote. Even when there was no 19th Amendment. That is the story as old as time. We're talking about Adam and Eve. You're saying, and you want more. Maybe you just don't. Maybe the women just don't like the position there of influence they have. They must do it from underneath to subvert. Maybe they just don't like that. Feels a little too devilish. Nick, did you fill the fuel? The plane with fuel? Let's check. Yep. Yeah. 9 tons of fuel. We're good. Check the OFP later in a moment. I see calls coming in, 844-900-2229. I want to get right to you in a moment. But you got to wonder that influence, no? It's been going on, time immemorial. You want to talk about, they just have no influence. It's been influence from time immemorial. So it really is a feigning. And I'm talking about now woman as a general, as an avatar, a zeitgeist, or whatever the heck I'm talking about. Not any individual, don't get butthurt. But their posture is what's the word? like feigning. It really is feigning weakness. Feigning. Let women take over. I know, I keep hearing that in my head too, Terry. Let women take over. It's like, it really is feigning weakness and powerlessness. Old tricks, old moves. But anyways, that's just human nature. I want to get into a bunch of things here. Women going their own way. Authoritarianism. They're calling it 4B. You've heard of it. I want to get into many things here. Plenty of entertainment here on the flight. Welcome everybody aboard. I want to get to my calls here. 844-900-2229. And I believe we have Mark on the air. How you doing, Mark?
Good, Nick. Sorry I haven't called. It's hard for me to get to you at this hour, but I wanted to make an exception tonight because of Trump's victory. Are you going back to noon, by the way?
Welcome, Mark, L.A. No, no problem at all. I know it's a little later. No plans quite yet for a return of noon, but stay tuned. Thanks for not forgetting about the little anchor baby, but stay tuned because I'm thinking the new year might bring with it new things. And doing some old things even better, but thanks for tuning in, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I'll continue to call even if you stay on late, but it was just easier for me at noon, you know.
Totally.
But anyway, we should congratulate ourselves for Trump's victory. I think in a small way, you guys at Bond and Hake and Jesse and everybody. And I think we maybe have influenced some people, and either way, I think we were on the right side, and that's what's important. I don't know if you heard me on Hate today, but one thing that I saw in the news, maybe something to concern ourselves with, Newsom, the governor, is going to try to, what he calls Trump-proof California. And I think what he's referring to...
I did not hear this on the Hake Report personally, so thanks. You're saying Trump-proof?
Sure. Yeah, that's what Newsom is calling his warfare now, I guess.
That is so nasty.
Against President Trump.
That is so nasty because there are Trump supporters in California.
Oh, no, I know. He got more votes this time than he did the last two times. I think he only got 29% of the votes in 2020, and he lost by 29%, I'm sorry. And this time he lost California by 17%. So that means 12% more, 12% more of the voters went with Trump. We still lost, but that translates into millions of votes.
Right, all counted to the popular vote.
Right. But one other thing, I'm glad you mentioned that. I also saw in the news where every state that Kamala Harris won, they don't have voter ID.
Every single one? I heard something about that. I didn't confirm it.
Yeah, I saw it on the news. I saw it on Newsmax. Every state that she did win did not have voter ID. And I think it makes a difference. So I just thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah, that's super interesting. That is so evil of Gavin, though. That actually is so evil. There are I'm just repeating, but there really are a bunch of Trump supporters in California. It's that's the opposite of governance.
Exactly. Just like when he was governor and he put us on the lockdowns, and then he went to, I don't know the name of the restaurant, that top grade restaurant, and ate without a mask. Him and about a party of 20 people. I couldn't even get a haircut because all the barber shops were closed. And this guy's living like a king. He wants the illegals to stay, and I think that's what he's talking about in regards to Trump-proof. And I told Hake, the first time an ICE agent is restrained from deporting an illegal, they should just go and arrest Gavin Newsom because he's aiding and abetting, criminal activity.
Get him.
And, I don't know.
It's criminal, man. It has to be. It's so messed up.
Well, Trump is bringing up a law from 1879. I don't know.
I remember
the name,
this.
Or 1779.
Yeah, what was it?
About the illegal aliens.
People were calling me. They were calling me saying that because referencing that moment, saying that it's proof Trump wants to bring us back to slavery. What do you think about that? That's ridiculous. Right?
Who said that?
I forget who called me, but they were saying that because Trump said he wants to, he's invoking this law from 17 something, that's proof he wants to bring things back to slavery.
Well, I don't know that much about the law. It refers to illegal aliens that are in the country, not slaves. They're just saying that slavery bit to get the blacks riled up. Then did you see where 92% of black females voted for Harris?
92? Do you know what it was? I was looking at these numbers just the other day. What was it in 2020 and 2016?
Oh, God, it was probably 100% for Obama.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that. Well, no, Obama didn't run. It was Hillary and then Biden, and I would imagine they picked up all the black female votes. But I also heard that 25% of black men voted for Trump.
Solid stuff. This divide between the men and women, especially shown in this election. What do you think about that? And is there a way to fix it? Should it be fixed? Thoughts on all that?
I don't know, but with Hispanics, 75% of their women voted for Harris, and I think over 40 some odd percent of Hispanic men voted for Trump. So
women around the world are unable to lead. The proof, maybe you could have argued that before, but it feels like lately there's been concrete examples showing that around the world they get it wrong. For example, those women that were putting out videos when Roe v. Wade got dealt with, I forget what you would call that, but when Roe v. Wade, they reversed it. Women parliament members of around the world started making these videos saying we stand with the women. So that's proof they don't get it. This female Mexican president saying, you see her try and be cute and say, I'm going to wait until every vote is counted before I recognize Trump as the president. They're playing these games that nowhere in the world have they shown that they can lead.
She's Jewish, right?
This Sheinbaum, Claudia Sheinbaum, yeah. I don't know how that works. She's Mexican or Jewish? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a Catholic nation. I don't know. Maybe they're guilt-ridden too. But, I was going to say that I think what Gavin Newsom is referring to on the Trump-proof remark is, I don't know what else it could be except immigration. And maybe the transgender laws. I don't know what Trump's going to do with anything.
Sanctuary state stuff.
I think it's, pardon?
Sanctuary state level stuff.
Oh yeah, that he said he's going to do away with all that.
He's going to do away with it. You said, or
yeah, he's going to ban sanctuary cities.
Oh, but yet Trump proof.
Maybe he can do an executive order.
Because it feels like Trump proofing would be protecting sanctuary cities.
Yeah, I know. So we'll see how that goes. I know he could also cut off federal funding to this state, which would cripple the state's economy. And of course, it's not fair to us Trump supporters, but all the same, I'll support it. If we have to bring this state to its knees in order to get these illegal aliens out of here, I'll support it, even if I have to personally suffer. And furthermore,
you'll support what again? Sorry, could you say that? You support what again?
If the federal government stops sending money to the state, they refuse. If they're not going to obey federal law, you don't get federal money.
Yeah, let's go.
If you're going to defy Trump's deportation orders, you don't get your federal money, which would cripple the state. Okay, but that would make us all suffer, but I'm willing to suffer if it means settling this problem with these criminal invaders that are everywhere here in California. Who is Gavin Newsom to defy Trump? He wants them here for votes, Nick. That's the idea.
100%.
Make them think that as Newsom wants them to think that he loves them, he's going to protect them, and if he gets the nod to run for president in 4 years, he's going to be needing their votes. That's what this whole thing's about. I don't think he's going to be successful in trying to so-called Trump-proof California. But
that's
the fact that he's even trying it.
We'll see how that goes.
The fact that
Say again?
But the fact that he's even trying it and shows intent, which means to me that he's
I wanted to make a
evil
comment
and
on
Pelosi.
intent, though, which I found interesting. I'm glad that you even said that, too, about willing to go through some pain, because I've been saying similar things about what closing the border may look like, and why, and the few things that are in the way in the minds of the people we've elected to lead many parts of the country. In their minds, they see all the illegal population as a parallel economy that getting rid of too quickly or too in any way that's not positive to their machinations would be negative. Actually, they would be totally fine with growing illegal because you understand it, even though they're illegal, there's a parallel economy going on. They still buy things, they still work, etc. So that's how these people think. It would be too painful to do things the right way, because you would have to then invest on American workers. You would have to invest in the Silicon Valley people wouldn't be able to hire Indian graduates. And so at the beginning, there'll be an economic hit before we can start hitting the ground running. So I like that you're saying that about taking on some pain.
Well,
to do things the right way.
In regards
and
to
the will that you're expressing. So
okay, if they're Indian graduates and they overstay their visas, I don't care if they're doctors, lawyers, they're gone. Because that's intent. When
Americans could be trained to do those things, even the high skilled.
Not only that, I was trying to say, if they are deported, like your gardener or somebody that's been here a long time and stayed out of trouble, they'd still have to go back, do it the right way, apply for citizenship, and then come back.
Absolutely.
But you can't just let them stay with amnesty.
No,
that can't happen. I don't care if they've been here 50 years. If they're here illegally, they're basically fugitives from justice, and the only fair way to deal with them is to deport them and make them go through the proper procedures to come back here.
Speaking about political will and what exists and all that, your thoughts on what political will exists in the Republicans and elsewhere on an actual mass deportation? I believe Trump personally. I believe there's some political will, but I also believe there's a whole bunch of hemming and hawing and just saying that that's what they would do and want to do. But
no, that was Bush. Okay, that was Bush.
Can you explain
and
what do you mean?
Well, those people, those type of Republicans in the past who have been, as a white man, I look at it as our only salvation in those years, the last 30 years, have been telling us, yeah, we're going to go after illegals. And then, like Schwarzenegger, perfect example. He's a fraud and a rhino. When he ran for governor the first time in 2003, he said he was going to take Prop 187, which I'm sure you're familiar with. He was going to take it to the Supreme Court. He lied. Now he's loving on illegals and he hates Trump. Those are the kind of characters over the decades that the white majority has looked to help us on this invasion issue. What's going on with Trump now should have happened 30 years ago.
Right.
What Trump is hopefully going to be doing here, actually even further back than that, this illegal alien problem has been around since before you were born. In the 1970s, it became an issue, but in 1965, when they passed the Immigration Act of 65, that only allowed for basically third world peoples to flood in legally, but at the same time, the illegals started coming in, and nothing was being done about it. It was right after the civil rights business, and the white majority were afraid to take on third world immigrants because they just gave the civil rights bill passage, and everybody was liberal and guilt-ridden.
Wow.
And look where we are today, 50, 60 years later. We're on the verge of being overrun.
We're seeing the effects. We're literally, we don't even have to. It's amazing that you lay it out like that, because we could see we have the answer. We can look at right now.
There have been people, right? But maybe I hate to say this, and I hope I'm wrong. Maybe too little, too late, but we'll see. But there have been politicians over the decades who have taken this issue on. I'm thinking of Pat Buchanan. I don't know if you know who that is.
I am. I've read Unnecessary War by him.
Yeah, he was good on immigration, but he got destroyed by the rhino establishment.
Yes.
The media. He didn't have the resources
They called
that
him
Trump
a
had.
racist, an anti-Semite.
Oh yeah, well he was smeared the same way Trump has been.
Yeah.
The difference is, and I love Pat. I've met him before, and I voted for him. The problem was he didn't have the money and the personality Trump has.
The personality.
And that was the difference. But if
That's
you, if
big.
you look
That's
at their-
huge. The personality.
Yeah, if you look at their stands on the issues, their platforms, from Buchanan of 92, I think he ran, and maybe 88. I know he ran a couple times. His platform is identical to MAGA. And yet he couldn't beat Bush the second because the Rhino establishment hated him.
Right, just like they hate Trump.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't think they're hating Trump as much now.
Do you think that's do you think it's like sincere or what do you think that is?
Depends on who we're talking about. I think Ted Cruz is sincere. I think Josh Hawley is sincere. Now, a
and
guy
previously
like,
before Trump, you would say that they were of that faction that was against Buchanan and rhinos like that, for example.
Oh no. I don't think those guys were around in Buchanan's day because Buchanan
Fair enough.
preceded them. But it was the Bush people that pushed out Buchanan. But those names, Hawley and Cruz, are MAGA. But this guy, Thune, I think his name is John Thune, total rhino. He says he's for Trump, but he's talked crap about Trump in the past. He didn't vote to impeach him. And then there's another guy, another Republican rhino named Langsford. He's the one that wrote the amnesty bill that the Trump responded to and told everybody to vote against. The one they're always bringing up, which wasn't a border security bill, it was an amnesty bill. But Langsford, the so-called
and
Republican,
educational.
Pardon me?
I said fascinating and educational.
Yeah, and of course it was bad. But those are the kind of Republicans you got to watch for. The hope now, my prayers are that Congress gets a Republican majority. That'll help Trump's agenda.
Yeah.
You know, there won't, and he's got the court.
Thoughts on birthright citizenship day one going?
Pardon me?
Thoughts on birthright citizenship going on day one?
Oh, you
no
mean
more anchor
repealing
babies. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't hear that, but I would favor that. Absolutely. I don't think you're going to have to worry because you're already kind of grandfathered in.
Right. So I get to pull the ladder.
Yeah. Do you think any of these immigrants that have come in illegally in the last 30 years, whether they got their papers or not, would have any percentage that you believe may have supported Trump?
In the last 30 years? Help me understand your question
Yeah,
again.
I mean, all the illegals have been pouring in by the millions.
Honestly,
for the
legal
last
or
30 years.
illegal, you saw just
Well,
even
I
with
don't know if you have
demographic
to
breakdowns from
compare-
this election in 2024, the electoral map, a vast amount, and in certain breakdowns, the vast majority of the people you're talking about, whether illegal or legal, just don't get it. And I'm not even saying they're necessarily bad people, but they just don't get it. They don't get what they're being motivated by, what they're being brainwashed by, what they're pawns for, and how they
told
really
Trump
just
is
don't
bad.
like America and Americans.
Yeah, well, they're told Trump is bad,
Right.
and Harris and Obama and them are good. You know, hate Trump. That's all you got to know to them. But I still think, I know I've heard Trump say this, that there were illegal aliens in New York, you know, when they were busting them up in Texas, and they had church Trump for president. I don't know if Trump
You
said it, I
can't.
believe
Yeah,
it.
no, that's a good point. Look, I had an illegal call my show the other day, and he's saying I love Trump and I love America. I'm very grateful.
that.
If I get deported, I'll do it. I'll leave, and it's fine. I'm not even gonna try and come back. I'll do it with a smile. Blah blah blah. You know, I'm sure there's many ways to feel about that call, but you can't help but you either love him or hate him in a sense. But a lot of more people than people realize. Even the haters. It's like the people who can't help but watch Hake or Jesse, and it's like you can't help but love or be fascinated by a strong individual.
I got one last question.
Yeah.
Do you think the Hispanic voters in this election that voted for Trump were motivated in any way by racial animus against blacks? Because Harris is considered black.
You know what? I didn't quite even think about that. I'd say, even just hearing that, I'd say it's low on my thoughts on what really affected their thinking. Honestly, I gotta say, I think it's more just her being a woman. You know, I asked all sorts of people out here in California, and they're pretty much just like Mexican Democrats. You know, they believe in racism. Trump's a racist.
Yeah.
But they're like,
Well,
no way
too.
are we going to be okay with it. I'd asked them, many of them just kind of staying out of the whole election, even simply because she's a woman, which I think is a fine, by the way, fine criteria. I don't think they're wrong for that being their only criteria. I think it's fine.
No, but right. Some of the talking heads on TV, you know, these left wingers on The View, I don't watch that crap, but I see it highlighted, you know, and they're saying both black and Hispanic men were motivated by this, whatever that word is, you know, hating women.
Yeah.
And in the case of the Hispanics, it was both misogyny, I guess is the word, and racism, as they call it, against blacks. That's what the talking heads are saying, and most of them are white haters anyway.
And are those liberals saying that?
Yeah, you know, like
they've turned on the Latin men and the
What-
Latinos because of. So that's what's going on there. I think they're so mad at them. They're saying you're supposed to be good little Mexicans and vote for Kamala, and they're showing their fangs and showing their so-called love. That's what they're really about. This is what this is how they see love.
Did you see? I'll let you go, but did you see Geraldo talking crap about Trump?
Really? That guy, is he ever going to get it straight? Or like he seems to always flip-flop. Think this guy doesn't like Trump again? Or he never really did, huh?
Yeah, he was on MSNBC last week, and he was saying any Latino that votes for Trump, I don't know.
What a loser.
I don't want to repeat exactly what he said, but it was derogatory. And,
he's a loser.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, man. I think he's just trying to get a job at MSNBC. That's what he's probably doing.
It's time to hang it up, Geraldo. Time to hang it up. You're out of here, buddy. Trump's president, and you're going back to Mexico. Bye, Geraldo.
I wish, but
no, I'm just joking. He's been in America for many years, right? Like maybe even born here.
Yeah, I think
you're out of here, buddy. Time to go back.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican and Jewish. If you didn't know, his real name is Gary Rivers.
Well, split him in half, throw him in Israel, and put him the other half in Mexico. That's a joke.
Yeah, what about his wife?
No. Hey, how do you like flying Trump Force One?
Yeah. All right, Nick, I'll let you go.
Take care,
bless.
Mark. Call me again, man.
Taking my call.
Yes, sir.
And I will, and I hope you go back to noon. Either way, I'll keep in touch.
Appreciate it, sir. Call me again.
God bless. Bye-bye.
We still got calls coming in, 844-900-2229. We have a very special caller on hold. Please don't go anywhere. I'm going right to you. But before we do, we have some very special people, supporters of the show. We've taken our sweet time getting to all of you, the ballers, the special few. Don't go anywhere, my special caller. I'm going to get to you. Yes, the Ballers Lounge, where there is neither female nor male, Jew nor Gentile, only baller or not baller. Thank you so much, those who supported with Super Chats. You have bought a first-class ticket on Trump Force One. Starting it off here with He Black says, it's the cunning of reasons, E. Michael Jones. Oh, what the? Thanks, He Black Santito with the super chat says, Ballers Lounge, please. Terry Strage amongst the ballers, but no less than any of the others, says, so many years we've tried and kept our love alive, cause baby, it ain't over till it's over. Thank you, Linya Chin says, strike the like to spark the blouses, possibly young Spakaru Braususan needs your help. Can you feel the glitter of his blouse sole? Do ya? Do ya? Linya Chin, always a pleasure, always. Thank you, David Morgan says, my heart is American, but I'm Canadian. Trump, liberate the Canada. Let's go. Invade Canada. Let's do it, Trump. Linya Chin says, tell Zenny to train with me. I can help him shatter his limits and raise his power level via refined physique. This is true, Zenny. I'm not even joking around. So, are you gonna go Super Saiyan yet, Zenny? Figure it out, buddy. You've been waiting your whole life. Time to do it. Kale Samogi says, has Frederick called Bond since the election? No, I have not heard of him. Are y'all gonna be nice when he comes back? I'm joking. I'm being mama. I'm just thinking about how not everybody, the people here are paying attention, right? Right? You're paying attention to yourself. But for the people who, it's like, which one of you would maybe not be feeling so good right now if Trump lost? And Lord Spike Protein. Oh my gosh. Always a pleasure, Lord Spike Protein. Thank you, sir. Please. Can I show you to your seat, sir? Sir, can I show you to your seat, please? You see that big seat in the middle? That was yours. Lord Spike Protein, the prime baller of this stream. Thank you so much.
Hello, Nick. How are you? I'm doing as marvelous as every day as I can be. Well, I want to, and I hear Mark talking all the time about. He says it's not it's not about race. It's about something. He says it's so weird and crazy. But I want him to read the preamble. Huh? Yeah, you're not making. Because in his mind, everybody that don't look like him is not the same color he is.
Oh, I was muted. I was muted. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I was just saying hello to Maze, bringing her on to the show, welcoming her. Thank you so much, Maze. She was just telling us about Mark. She heard the call. Maze, are you talking about when Mark says that we don't have a race problem, but a problem race? Or are you saying another... Or was it another comment?
Yes, he said we have a problem race. And do he think he's a problem race? Because that's all they want to do is study war. And he always talking about criminals and crime, but that's all they want to do is study war. And we don't have it said we the people of the United States in order to perform a more perfect union. He's not in the union. He's in somebody else's union.
Well, why are you so worried about what Marcus said?
Because he wanted to worry about me yesterday, so I'm giving him an opportunity to say how stupid he is. With the crap that come out of his mouth, because by the time Trump leave office, his population is still going to be shorter than it is today.
I'll put it like this, Maze. Here, because we all use words. We all have our own veil, our own. You know what I'm saying, Maze? We all have our own veil, our own way we see stuff, and our own bias. Okay,
we do, but you don't.
But what I'm trying to express here for a moment, Maze, is if you ask me, for example, I hear problem race, and I know that person doesn't quite see reality right, in my opinion, in that what's wrong with people is not the race but their heart. Okay, that's me. But Maze, would you at all, is there at all inside of you the grace, if I may use a word, who's grace, is there inside of you at all the grace to try and see it his way for a moment? Because if you did that for a moment, you would know that Mark is not when he's saying that, and we can nitpick and say where he's wrong here. I have the time for it. We're doing it. Whatever.
I'm not
But
saying
look,
him wrong.
all
him
I'm
being
saying
wrong.
is on what he's saying. He's not exactly saying what you're saying. That's a little unfair. If you saw it through his veil and his bias, he's just saying that there is that black people in America are when he's talking about crime and the way they vote and all these things, their influence on America is a major problem. You know what I mean?
But
now,
I think the same thing.
what do you think about that? Like trying to see it his way for a moment.
Difference?
Say again?
Huh? I think the same thing about him and what he thinks as he think about black people. He could have been in jail for all I know. He could have been a criminal. The reason why he act the way he do.
Well, see, isn't this a little bit of progress right there? That's a little bit of progress, right, Maze? Now you're in a sense here. It sounds like you're relating. It sounds like you're relating a little bit, Maze, because you're saying that because now you're saying this. Well, that's how I see him. So you're admitting that you have the same biases and hate or whatever you want to call it.
No, he sees that in every black person because the gentleman, the 80-year-old man.
But you just said that's what you think of him and his people and all that, whatever.
The country.
This is good. This is what I'm getting at. Progress a little bit. You're admitting that what's the difference between you two?
How do you get a perfect union? How do you get it? Because this country is not a Caucasian country. I keep trying to tell people it's not. It might be their laws might be, but this country is not. Because he's an illegal. His ancestors was not born here. So how can he sit here and talk about telling people to go back to another country? And like I said, if God stepped on the earth today, Mark wouldn't be and tell everybody to go back to wherever their ancestors came from. I'm asking him, where would he go?
Well, that might be a good question for him. But your question makes me want to ask you a question. It makes me want to ask you a question.
I have no problem.
Well, when you say it's not a white country, what do you mean by that?
It's not. When I hear him say it's a white country, you always hear him saying it's a white country.
Well, you're saying it's not. What do you mean by that? What are you saying by that?
Because more than Caucasians are in this country.
Now. You mean now?
And this land didn't belong to them. So how could it be?
So when you're saying that there aren't just Caucasians in this country, you mean now? You mean now it's changed?
If I lived in Canada, Nick, I lived in Canada.
You said
I
you
cannot
lived in.
stand up and tell somebody, and said I went to Canada and I took it over. Said it was mine, but somebody that was there before I got there. I would never say that this was my country and tell other people to go somewhere where you didn't come from. For your
but why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You would be lying if you didn't.
You have no right. Because you have no right.
No, but let's say you just said if you went to Canada and took it over, you just said that if you went to Canada and took it over, you wouldn't go around saying this is my land because I took it from someone. But hold on.
Yeah, you should.
In your hypothetical, you went to Canada and took the land. If you said anything otherwise, you would be lying. If you took Canada and then started telling the world, no, but this is not my land, I'd be a liar if I said it's my land. Then you would be lying to the world. You would be pretending like you didn't take it over. You took the land, so now it's yours. You see what I'm saying? In this hypothetical, Maze took Canada. It's hers now.
I'm saying it belongs to the Native Americans.
Right, but in your hypothetical, you took Canada. Do you see where I'm going? You said if I went to Canada and took it over, wouldn't it be Maze's now?
No.
Why not?
It would still belong to the people that was there first.
But you took it.
Regardless if you took it over.
But you took it.
If they sold it to you, that's a whole different story. It would be yours.
However it was, either through money, selling, violence, or a combination of all those. Wouldn't you agree with me that in your hypothetical, Maze took Canada? It's hers now?
If you went and bought Canada, it would be yours. But you didn't buy it. You stole it and took it.
But okay.
It's like the Alamo.
Let's say someone stole your phone.
There's a difference between the two.
Let's say someone stole your phone. It would be wrong, but wouldn't the phone be theirs now and not yours?
No, it's not theirs. If you got a tracker on it,
says who?
Your phone because you got it.
Says who?
And people
in this case, Apple. In this case, Apple, the company, and your receipt. But is you yelling, "Hey, that's my receipt and that's my phone"? Is that going to stop the thief from having it in their hands?
It's still, if you sold it, it's not yours. If you paid for it, it's yours. But if
says
you don't
who?
buy something and you steal it from somebody else, it still belongs to the people that originate from. It belongs to the Native Americans. So you got the Native Americans in tents and then you got everybody done took their land and built everything on it.
So how
Then
come
you
the
go
Native
and
Americans
there's-
believed in something?
They need to go.
You're defending the Native Americans, but they believed in a similar
know that I'm not
possession,
Native-
a similar possession and
How do
taking.
you know that I'm not Native American, Nick?
Well, I actually didn't know that. I don't know how that's relevant.
Actually,
It might be relevent. I'd like to know about
Mark
that. That's
did
interesting.
DNA, and then Mark do his DNA. If he wasn't afraid, he might find something down in there that he don't like. Since he always talking about somebody's a thief. You want to look at
How do
every
you know
black
that,
person
Maze? You don't know that. What if he would like? What if he would be
they stole
interested to know?
Stole America.
But you're
Well,
kind
you
of
just tell me,
assuming.
you stole-
Maze, now you're assuming
I'm
what's in someone's heart.
Stole America.
What does
didn't
that
pay
make
for
you,
it,
Maze?
Stole America,
Maze,
and
what's
then
that
you
make
filed
you
the
when
Jews.
you assume what's in someone's heart?
And the preamble to the Constitution say what? Read it to them so they can understand what it means.
Say again?
Of the United States of America.
In the Constitution, it
and
talks
that's-
about the
as
Indian
I said,
savages.
By the time,
Just
because
'cause
his
you brought
race
it
is getting
up.
smaller,
Say
because
again?
his race is getting smaller, it's not going to get any bigger with his hatred. It's not going to get any bigger. It's going to get smaller and smaller. And so when it's gone, he going to need somebody to stand behind him or stand with them. And they don't ran everybody away. And
But it's
everybody gonna
weird
just
how
be
you
looking
put
at
all this on Mark. You put all this on Mark without knowing.
I'm putting on Mark and anybody that feel
Assuming
like
that
that.
he wouldn't. Assuming that he wouldn't do.
Anybody that feel that
There's a lot of assumption that he
feel
wouldn't do
I'm
the
talking about-
right thing in a lot of the scenarios you're making up, and yet you admit
I'm
you have
saying,
the
and you too,
very
if you
same
feel that Mark-
motivations. So how would Mark know that you would operate in any moral or correct way towards him?
Because I have a good heart. I don't have an evil heart.
So,
to want
but
people to.
how do we know
do
this
that.
though? How would we know this, Maze? You just so
I
far you
love thy
admitted
neighbor
it.
as
You
my-
said it yourself that you're no different. You said it.
I didn't say that I was no different.
Yeah, you
I-
did.
I can-
Remember,
I
you
can say
said
the same way
you said that's why I think. Well, that's how I feel about him and his people. Remember?
Yes, I did say that.
Well,
But I'm
so
not-
how
listen,
how
thank
are
you.
we to know that what you're saying is true about yourself? So far, all the evidence shows us otherwise. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
agree?
We can sing together, but we can't talk together. So
You're right
maybe
about
it's the
that.
phone.
Go.
But I say,
My bad.
as I say, I'm not that stupid to think that every Caucasian person got to be like Mark. That's why I know the difference.
Mm.
He don't know the difference. He think every black person is a thief because it comes out of his mouth. So if
That's
you look around,
that's
if
not.
you
You're
sit
right.
down from
You
your
continue.
own
My
people-
apologies, Maze. Keep going. My bad.
But I'm saying, but listening to him, and you go back and listen to the old stuff, like the old movies, and look at them and watch them. This world, he would think the whole world belonged to them, but it don't. So sometimes you got to look around and wonder how silly you sound and what you sound like when you're talking like that.
But Maze.
He said, "We the people of the United States of America."
But Maze.
In order to form a more perfect union.
But you just
That's
said
what he
something, and
needs.
I'm forgetting exactly
He's
what.
not
Let me try and
from a
remember.
union.
Wait, hold on. I need to
About
remember.
his race.
Blah 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 blah.
He-
What did you just say? You just said something
He's worried
crazy.
about his race. And as long as he worried about that's why it's going away and getting smaller and smaller.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna need
But you did another
Like I-
one of your assumptions though. You said,
No, I'm
but
not doing
you said
my-
you tried to make a difference
you
between
like it is.
Maze. You just tried to make a distinction between yourself and Mark. You just tried to make a you
I
just
don't
tried
have a
to
right and
express
heart
a
like Mike.
difference. But
I
let me
don't have- I don't
let me
have-
break down what just happened for the viewers, Maze, because you just made a
Break it down.
you just said that you were different from Mark in a specific way, in a particular way. And in what way was that? Oh, Mark thinks that about all of them. He has this judgment about all of them. They're all stupid. But here's the thing. That's the proof that you've judged him. You haven't even sat down and really listened to what he's saying. Yeah, you can maybe
I listen
criticize
to him
this
all
or
the
that.
time.
But hold on, Maze. Hold on. He's also shown there's been many moments where he's shown the same level of reason as you, where he's not assuming that about every single black person. or
Don't like
whatever.
biracial people. He don't
No,
like.
but you assumed that about
really?
him.
I'm
When
not
there's
assuming,
evidence
I'm-
against it, is all I'm trying to
what
say.
I heard. What I hear.
No, you never heard the things you
He's
said.
losing his mind. I
You've
guess he
heard
got
some
a
of
little
the you've
bit
heard
of.
some of the things you said, but you've also lied too in this call.
What did I lie about? Tell me. And
You
I
just
correct
said, for example, you just tried to make a distinction between you and Mark, that his judgment, the way he judges, he does it to all, and that's different from the way you do. But he's shown in calls that he's shown evidence against that just simple things like, no, of course not every black person is this or that way. Like, I'm just saying, I remember specific instances, so I'm trying to point out
it.
your
People like him
judgment.
DNA think that way.
What?
It's in his DNA. His DNA.
See, wow.
I can't.
Hey,
I
wait,
can't
you
speak for
just
all-
said, remember,
I'm
Maze,
saying
I'm
him.
really trying to point this out because this is fascinating. You just made this
I'm pointing it
distinction,
out, it's him.
and yet you're saying it's in his DNA.
His
Well,
race
what
is going away
DNA
in
is
his-
in Mark, Maze? What DNA is in Mark? Is it the white DNA? Guess what? That DNA is in all white
no,
people.
he needs to
So
take it.
what
See,
did
I
you
know
just
it's
say,
mine.
Maze? You just said that you just
I know
said
it's in my
that
DNA. He
you
don't know what he is.
judge every single white person the
He
same
never-
way Mark does to black people.
He
So
might
how are
behave
you any
himself.
different, Maze? Tell
Well,
me.
he know.
Tell me how you're different.
How am I different?
Yeah.
I don't have a rotten heart like Mark got. I don't care nothing about
But
no
you said
illegal
white
coming
people's
in here.
DNA is messed up. Just now.
What?
You literally just said white people DNA is messed up.
I didn't say that. I said he needs to check his DNA. Maybe he got something in him that he hates so much.
No.
But this guy-
You said something else. You said that
I didn't say the
DNA.
DNA
You
was
said
messed
two
up.
different DNA comments. We're gonna back
Well,
up.
you listen to something. Your brain is somewhere
Well,
else. too.
they'll back
You know
up
how-
the tape, Maze.
Maybe I said it too
They'll-
fast. Let me say it slowly.
They'll back it up.
If he checks DNA, he might find something in there that he don't
They'll
like.
back the tape up. Don't worry. You said that
That's
is
what I
something wrong in his DNA. And
It is
so
something in
that
his
begs the
DNA.
question: what DNA are you talking about?
The people that he worry about all the time.
You're talking about white DNA,
No, he's Caucasian.
right?
I can't speak for all white DNA because I don't listen to all Caucasian DNA. I'm saying
Maze,
him personally. It's
you
him one
hating.
person. He thinks that there's thief. You say black, he say thief.
That's not a good way.
That's all he thinks.
Don't do it, Maze.
So he need to get a different mindset than what he has.
You drop that now.
Because when his
You drop
population
that
gets
right now.
small, it's not enough for him. What do he think he gonna do?
You drop that judgment right now, Maze.
And like we the people of the United States,
Maze,
a more perfect union.
you drop
then
that-
they'll find their way
Maze.
to a more perfect union. What?
You drop that judgment right now.
But I'm not judging. I'm just giving you my opinion. What I think of Mark. I don't hate him, but it's just he's just sick. 'Cause you don't have to hate a person to think because they're sick.
You're gonna pay for that, and that's not a threat. I'm saying that all people who are hateful, their lives are
Our people, who is our people?
you pay for it in life.
Pay for what?
It's a nasty path. You pay for it in misery, hating people like this.
Oh, it's gonna be some misery, all right. It's gonna be a whole
see,
lot
now
of
that
misery.
sounds like a threat.
That's not a threat.
No, okay, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to slander
No, it's
you
gonna
like
be some
that.
misery, but it's not gonna be the work of man. It's gonna be the work of somebody else. And the misery
Fair
is coming
enough,
because you can
Maze.
see it.
Well, on that we can
I
agree.
do.
I think on that we can agree.
And it's just like I said. By the time these 4 years are up, his population gonna be smaller, and he's mad
And
about
you're
it.
laughing
and
about
we
it.
didn't do-
That's
blame
not a
us.
good thing.
Don't blame us for that.
We're not
That's
going to
not our
survive
problem.
that, Maze. This country you're still enjoying, that's not going to survive that.
I'm gonna keep on enjoying this country because I was born in it. And other
Right,
countries that I
but it's
wasn't
not
born
going to be
in,
the same. In fact, the
What?
country that you grew up in is gone.
No, it's not. It's still here.
In some ways, would you say, or
Some of
do you,
the-
or am
some
I
of the-
just
some of
saying?
the man-
Maybe, yeah. What do I
Some of
know?
the mindset of the people, some of the mindset of the people need to be gone, but they're still here and it's going away. So
Maze,
if your population is not going, it's not our fault.
remember when I
and if
asked
it-
you?
and if-
Remember some
Yeah,
time ago?
That's not our fault.
I wanted to apologize because some time ago I think I'm running this social media thing where we watch movies together, and I said to you, Maze, would you come watch a movie with me? I realized I felt like you responded funny, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Is it because I asked an older married woman out to the movies? I didn't mean any disrespect.
Oh, do you think my husband cared?
Oh well, then never mind, Maze. Let's go to the movies. Why you saying
We
no
would
to
have
me?
been in the movie together. All three of us would have been in the movie. That's the way
Why are
to
you
go.
dodging me then?
What?
Maze, thank you so much for your call. Anything else you want to talk about?
If he clean his heart out, he'll be a better person, and he can sleep better at night and stop worrying about thieves,
true.
because the thieves in every room.
This is actually true.
If I wasn't about worried about the thieves everywhere, I'd be losing my mind. And I
On that
don't.
point, Maze, anyone who would disagree with you would
We
be
the
a
people
fool.
of the United States. And we
Anybody
were
who
all
dis-
born here on somebody else's land and think that way. And we
Right on,
all
Maze.
God's children. Well, have a good one.
Thank you. Call me again.
Don't ever forget, wherever you go, I'm always with you.
Flight's going amazing.
Baby. I love you.
We're gonna begin our descent.
你走到哪里，我永远在你身边。
We should be getting our descent going soon here, folks. Thank you so much for being with us today. Hope you're enjoying your Friday. Kick back a little bit. Amazing stuff. So, where were we? Where were we? We haven't even gone into much. No, we have. We've gone into a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to need the night clouds now that the sun is going down here on Trump Force 1. We are flying over. You know what? I don't even have my Navigraph charts up right now. So I'm not entirely sure where we're exactly flying over. I think there's a way to check. There may be. It's like, do we even have Google Maps on this thing? No, obviously we don't. Let's check maybe nearby airports. That's maybe maybe one way. Let's see here. 𝒂𝒔𝒔𝒎. 𝒂𝒔𝒔𝒎 is our ICAO code for 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍�. Nope, that's in Micronesia. That cannot be. We are not in Micronesia, are we? Are we in Micronesia? Where's Micronesia? They call this the fog of... What do they call this? They call this confusion. It's like a deadly... They have a term for this confusion in a cockpit that starts forming. And it's like a domino effect of confusion and uncertainty. And I forget the name. They have a cool term for it. But it's like... it's definitely bad. It's one of those superstitious kind of things like you don't want on a boat type of thing. And it's not just superstition. This is the mind we're talking about. And yeah, I forgot what it's called. And they might call it fog of war, but that can't be it. But it's something not good. It's something set off by an initial confusion and a misunderstanding or lack of information. And this chain is given a name in aviation in the cockpit. No, not cabin fever. Nope. Not cabin fever. All right, let's see here. Everybody comfortable in the back there? Everybody comfortable in Baller's Lounge? Flight attendants have been coming down, of course, with the drinkies and the snackies. Now, where were we? I wanted to kind of get into some of this stuff here. We're doing some crazy turns here on our flight plan. I wanted to pay attention to this one because I don't know why our flight plan is so crazy. We're making two very, very sharp turns, very sharp banks. So, you know, not sure why. Maybe you could have inspected our flight plan a little better. But it looks like we'll hit this waypoint and then we'll go to Thump and then ECAP onwards to Bully. These are all aviation waypoints. In fact, you can see our flight plan here. So Bully, Caps, Hoyas, Hal, runway 1. So we're pretty close, actually closer than I thought. Where's our top of descent? Our top of descent is at Bully, which means, wow, yeah, we're closer than I thought, folks. Very nice. Erroneous indications. Cockpit control confusion. No. None of those. So, I mean, we kind of gotten into this a little bit. AOC authoritarianism. You guys seen this?
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives. We cannot give up. We now find ourselves in a time in history that has precedent, and we find ourselves, I believe, in a time where there are, let's say, peers in history of mass movements of people that mobilize to protect one another in times of fascism.
She said really nothing so far except translation. I think fascism is about to happen. In times such as these, when people and these inflections of blah blah, all she's saying is, guys, I think fascism might happen.
Mobilize to protect one another in times of fascism and authoritarianism. And this is the era that we are poised to enter. Donald Trump has talked about turning the military on U.S. citizens that he deems his domestic political enemies. Authoritarians and people that he affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad.
So that's pretty much the meat of this clip. I mean, she hasn't said anything. She really just said, I think fascism is coming. And then she does have, she connects it with two little pieces of information. One main one, which is a well repeated, another one of these well repeated but barely supported little hoaxes that the mainstream media loves to push around. They'll say Trump is an adjudicated sexual abuser. But you peel back the details of that one, and it's words, accusations, dubious, very. They'll call him, they'll say he's, I'm thinking of the very early ones, which you've heard a million times, but he called Mexican rapists. But of course, you look into it, it's never, ever how it's said. It's a lie at every turn, obfuscation. So more of that, right? So she's connected it to this little thing going around about Trump is saying he's going to use military on the enemy from within. He was saying, you could go watch it. He's talking about the enemy. We have more problems at home, and these Antifa, far left radicals, blah blah blah. If they go nuts, we're going to use law and order. We're going to use the law. We're going to use police, the military, National Guard. Right? Isn't that what people wanted for January 6th? Now all of a sudden he's an authoritarian. He's gonna go after political enemies, and then throw in the little quip of he's friends with these people abroad. And you know what these people do in their countries? I guess a woman like AOC maybe will never understand that that's a good thing, to be respected and liked by your enemies. Well, you got to understand a little something about diplomacy, about war, about the world. It's not always, hunky-dory tulips. Okay, you got to play this game, and that's a sign you're winning. That's a sign they want something from you. Okay, these people, NIT is an adjudicated pilot. Okay, you can calm down with that. We were having fun. We're joking around. But some stuff is too far. Some stuff is just ridiculous. Like, some stuff doesn't even need to be said. Nick is an adjudicated. Nick is a Google DEI pilot. Like, some things you don't even need to say. It's not even funny. Shoot men, they're saying. Check it out. Political enemies. Where were we? I'm bringing this up. I'm also a little confused. Please allow me to do this first, because this is important. Where the heck are we flying? Our flight plan has broken up, as you can see. We need to maybe override the computer. We need to tell the plane to turn to this waypoint, Bully, and just go straight to it. Just direct. So we'll click the direct button, pick Bully, temporary direct. That should change our flight plan to, temporarily to there it goes. We're going to skip all these thump, waves, K-set, and ELAP. We're going to go straight to Bully, begin our descent, and resume our normal flight path from there. Just wondering, we're just making sure everything's okay, okay? We want to get there safely. We're not going to crash, David. 4 years of resistance, she said in another video, or maybe even in that video. I stopped listening. I stopped hearing her. I just heard wow, 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 wow. She said either in that video or in another, oh, I don't want to go through another 4 years of resistance. 4 years of... You got to understand how evil that is. And this is what I was saying earlier. This feigning like women have no influence or power, or, oh, they just want to take our rights away. Think about 4 years of resistance, first year of Trump. Like, not even politically. Think about husbands and wives. They'll say women are not in power. They're barely certain percentages, even now in the most liberal, when the glass ceiling has been shattered and you had women this, women that, still women they're not CEOs. They don't lead companies. They don't lead politics. They barely lead in almost all areas of life. Something natural going on, maybe. I don't know. But they'll say that's not enough. They're not in positions of power. Proof that women are kept out, blah, blah, blah. But yet women influence their husbands all the time. Women have been making kings. Queens have been making kings fall to their knees. And maybe even creating wars. They say all the men created wars. It's just the men. But it's been a story together. There's this almost trying to remove yourselves. It's a crazy thing. Like, that's what y'all did. Well, the men were in power. Now it's our turn. Pretending like as if men and women weren't in power together. That this has been the story since the beginning. It's like the sex trafficking stuff. They'll say these men, they're so evil going around sex trafficking. Women wouldn't do that. When you look at this industry, yes, it's an industry, global industry, that industry would not be operating without the help of women. They're in fact an integral ingredient. You look it up. I was telling you guys the other day how women sex traffickers make up just as many. It's an old thing. You need the older women to bring in the younger women into this sordid business. They want to pretend like women haven't been in power alongside men since the beginning. With whatever going on, their mess, the ups, the downs, the wars, the peace. So think about 4 years of resistance, and how that'll affect the politicians, because they're married. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a little game, feigning, helplessness and all that. Okay, and we're talking about it in a general sense. Whoa, we are getting close. We got to stop rambling soon. Political enemies. Okay, 4 years. Major stuff. Look, there's all this stuff with the 4B movement and all blah blah blah. But how about we take Bob? Let's take Bob while we get everything situated for the landing here, because I've gotten pretty much my general thoughts out on some of this. Let's hear what Bob has to say, though. We got Bob on the air. Thanks for calling the show.
What's up, buddy?
Hey,
can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, once.
Are you on speakerphone headset?
I'm not on speaker. I broke this phone like 3 times already.
You're clear now. No worries. Thanks.
Sorry about that.
Welcome to the show. Man. Nice to hear from you.
Me and one of my coworkers, one of my buddies, we went out to lunch, and we went to TP's. It's Twin Peaks. It's a sports bar.
Uh-huh.
Dude, the women were mad up there. All of them. Yeah. I sat there 20 minutes. I sat there 20 minutes trying to get a beer. I've been working hard. I tried to get me a beer. They 20 minutes I sat there. I had to walk out. And then when I was walking out, the waitress, she was like, wait, that's stealing. I said, you didn't even give me my beer.
Ooh.
But yeah, they're mad. Dude, they're mad about,
Well, they
Kamala.
have to serve men beer the day after Trump won. What a I can't believe women are being asked to do such a thing.
terrible.
That's kind of awesome when you
Last
think
week
about
I
it.
was-
It's like right after Trump
last
wins,
week I was-
and you just like, you have to serve me a beer. This is your job. You have to serve me a beer, or you're gonna get fired. You know what I mean?
That's what but yeah, man, that was what I was dealing with. You just see all of them; they're just bitter right now, dude. A lot of lib tears. But
When they're all gonna benefit.
thought that was funny. What?
When they're all gonna benefit. What a shame.
Dude, my tip. I went there last week. I tipped this other waitress $30, right? That's a good tip.
See?
You know, but I just thought that was funny. They're going their own way. You know,
It's a large. It's
saving their
sad.
head.
Doesn't make sense.
What?
I said it doesn't make sense. Totally illogical.
Yeah, the God in them is different than the God in us. You know, they want to be the ruler. We want to be the ruler. It's like that. You know.
Totally,
It's
man.
the God above versus the God below. That's what we're dealing with. But I brushed him off and I left, dude.
Yeah. How did you? What else did you said? You brushed it off?
I brushed it off. I took off. I said, all right. The manager came out and she came out in her underwear. It was lingerie night. She was like
what?
butt naked outside. She was butt naked outside in the parking lot chasing us.
Wait, what? Well, are you sure this is a bar?
Yeah.
What kind of
Dude,
bar
that
is
was a
this?
great place to go. It's a great place to go to lunch. But we were trying to get a beer.
I'm asking so I can avoid it, man.
Oh, baby.
Where is it? What's it called?
Twin Peaks.
Wait, how's it spelled?
Twin.
So I can make sure I never go there.
Baby, you want to go there? Twin
Nope.
Peaks. I'm not gonna spell it for you, but you know, just look it up.
Don't say it like that. Just look it up, bro.
She came outside butt naked. The manager came out not butt. That was a dude. He was like security or something. And she's like, they're stealing. I said, I didn't even get my beer. It's been 20 minutes.
What a mess, man. Bob, man, thanks for your call. Anything else you want to talk about?
So that's it, dude. Just women going their own way.
They need
Have a
to.
good one, buddy.
They might do well with a little bit of silence and some time apart. They might learn something. Call me again,
Good
sir.
one, buddy.
Chat, you guys got to kick back a bit. We got to get this stuff situated. We got to figure out how we're going to do this because we're getting pretty close. We might have to bleed off a whole bunch of altitude real quick. We might not. I'll let you know in a moment here. But for now, seatbelt signs are going back on. The flight attendants will be getting the cabin ready for landing and all that. So the trays, they got to go up. The laptops and all that got to go away. Okay, figure it out, all right? We don't want any accidents.
Hello? Anybody can be my nigga, man. To be real, everybody a nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? I say my nigga all the time. You know, I be a white dude, black people, you know what I'm saying? Don't matter who it is. I just be like, yo, what's good, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like, nigga, that's just a word, bro. Like, we can't, the word only have as much power as you put into it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tap into a deeper level, you know what I'm saying? Think higher.
Let the white kid say nigga. 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 They probably gon' say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls ain't trippin', boo. White man be my nigga too. Let the white kid say nigga. 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 They probably gon' say it anyway. They already already said every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. I don't fight hate with hate. No. Keep the hate out my face. People be so amazed by what I'm about to say. Okay. Everybody is a nigga. White, black, yellow, brown. Really? Skin color don't matter. What? You can still be down. I ain't never been racist. Yeah. I ain't never been dumb. Either smart or you stupid. You can only pick one. Started out Pangea, then the continental drift. Different sides of the equator. Now we look like this. My brother, my sisters. Don't we all bleed red? Don't we all shit brown? Yeah, you heard what I said. So what he said, nigga. Am I supposed to get mad? No, my favorite color green. Can it help me get a bag? Let the white kid say nigga. 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 They probably gon' say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. Let the white kid say nigga. 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 They probably gon' say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. What would Martin Luther King say? What would Martin Luther King do? Had a dream about white women. Got me feeling like a king too.
Whoa.
Got friends, tell them come through. One white girl, one black. Bust two nuts, one two. Can we all get along?
No.
What has the world come to?
Yes, we can.
I just think we should love. We should kick it like kung fu. Why do we fight over coloring? Them are Crips and Republicans. We should focus on some other shit. Like improving the government. You ain't no different from me. Ain't you from Adam and Eve?
We flying manual.
Nigga with me.
We flying manual now.
Be mean. Got the blood of a king. It ain't no hate in my heart. I forgive y'all ancestors. Can't let it tear us apart. Let the white kid say nigga. 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 They probably gon' say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. Let the white kid say nigga. 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 They probably gon' say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too.
All right, our computer is doing what it has to do. Thank you so much, folks. Keep kicking it back, relaxing. We got to get this thing down there.
Y'all bitch ass niggas once, y'all fuck niggas didn't respond. I bet. We gon' diss them niggas again. We ready for war, nigga. We been doing this shit, nigga. You heard Trump. $1 trillion. Heavy artillery, nigga. Ready to use that shit. Ain't no miles on our shit, nigga. IRANDONTWANT. No motherfucking smoke. Iran don't want no smoke. Iran don't want no smoke. No, Japan don't want no smoke. No, your leader just got smoked. We made that nigga a joke. Your whole country is broke. Third world little bitch. United States, we rich. We always.
All right, we're banking hard, but don't worry, I'm a professional.
Y'all broke ass ain't ate. Y'all water always brown. That shit
I'm a professional. Don't worry.
We pulling
Keep it strapped. Just stay strapped in.
Just shrank, and we ain't scared of Russia. Stupid motherfucker. What? Tell them niggas keep on talking shit. Let go. The USA gon' touch them. USA gon' rush them. Fuck 'em. The USA gon' crush them. USA gon' flush them. Fuck 'em. Korea think they tough, and we gon' see who tougher. We gon' have to nuke you, and y'all gon' die for nothing. Boom. 100,000 troopers bustin' at the public. Fuck it. Iran ain't got no money. USA be out here hustling. Trump gon' press that button. Y'all gon' die.
I think this is Christian.
Fuck it.
All right, no, this might not be Christian music.
To the ladies, y'all. Yeah, man, tell all the ladies in Iran you gon' come to the USA.
Is this the Hodge twins?
Any religion, you know what I'm saying? You gotta wear that mask, go get your nails done, you know what I'm saying? Show some ass, get money, you know what I'm saying? Real talk, stop playing. United States. Donald Trump gon' press that button like it's nothing, We gon'
gears down,
and y'all gon' get destructed. Fuck it. We ain't bluffing, we gon' get the bussin' mid-discussion. Fuck Korea, fuck Iran, nigga, fuck a Russia. Your country broke as fucking every nigga dusted. Iran is full of sand.
Washington D.C. folks, welcome.
America got them hoes and they be
whoa.
Y'all gotta marry before y'all touch it.
Test. Nope. You didn't hear that.
IRANDONTWANT.
This is Christian music.
TWANT, no motherfucking smoke. Iran don't want no smoke.
Coming in for a landing, folks.
Fuck Iran, I don't understand the shit you saying. Keep on playing, we gon' treat y'all niggas like Japan. Fuck you saying, nigga. Fuck you saying. Murk you once and we might murk your ass again. Fuck Iran, yeah, you shoulda ran, nigga. The fuck?
Looking a little dangerous. Brace. Oh, okay. Squirrely, but we did it. Squirrely, very, very, very squirrely. We're in fact off the runway, but we are here in Washington, D.C. Thank you, folks. We got a break. We don't have much runway left. Oh my gosh. Oh, we barely have enough runway. Right to the very end. We are, in fact, over the runway, about to go into those lights. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that by the skin of our teeth. Look at that. Trump Force One. Look at that. Are you seeing this? Do you see? Do you see? Folks, ladies and gentlemen, your local time is 8:46 p.m. Thank you so much for being with us today. Make sure that before you open up the overhead compartments that you are very careful, as though the contents of said overhead compartments most likely shifted during that landing. So be very careful. Don't I see you getting up. You're unclicking the seat belts. You're getting up. We're not even off the tarp. We're not even off the runway. You're getting up. We tell you every time, don't get up before. Don't be rude. So just wait while we get off. Our lovely flight attendants will be there to help you with any information on your connecting flights and all that. And as always, we appreciate. I might be fired, maybe. I might have to go into training, maybe. DEI training, retraining, maybe. But we're here. And I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching Nick's stream, for being with us today. Yeah, I know. The paint job. Thanks for being with us today. We know you have many options to fly, but we appreciate your continued patronage here on Anchor Baby Airlines. Right? Thank you. Right now, y'all, we did it. Thank you so much for the support. Let me go. Let's go to John Frederick. Appreciate your super chat there. Says, W song, what a banger. Love the verses. Very nice. Some of those songs did have a good message. Let the white kids say the N-word. What a lovely message. No? What a heartfelt, lovely message for the youth. Let the white kids say the N-word. It's a message of love. I'm serious. I'm getting calls to repent. I'm getting calls to repent over it. That was a message of love. Don't be like that. No, don't be like that. That was a message of love. Folks, everybody, appreciate you supporting the show and all that. Thanks for being with us today. We're out of here for now. Okay? We're out of here for now. But stay tuned in the Discord. Stay tuned and all that. And join the Discord. Subscribe. Stay tuned. We got most likely VR coming up this weekend. So stay tuned with that on how we get down with all that. Asking the people. Well, you know what? We're kind of... Oh, thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for flying on Trump Force One. Appreciate that. Very nice. All right, y'all. Like, subscribe, help out. I always appreciate all that. You know, the comments. Leave a comment. Tickle the algorithm. Jump in there. Leave a little comment. Leave a like. You guys enjoy the whole thing. You kicking it back, you're relaxing, you don't even click the like button. Click the like button. Thank you. And join the Discord and all that, or even just hit the notification bell. That way you are in tune with what I get up to next. You never know what's coming from the Anchor Baby channel. Is it today, tomorrow? Who knows what happens, but we do interesting things. Smash the thumb, share, subscribe, all that. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday. And I'll see y'all around. Okay? Peace.